Nil-nil, your assessment of that, pleased, thankful or disappointed?
All three if you like, Jim. I felt first half was exactly the same as Staines last week. No, and I'm not speaking out of turn, I've told them that half time and after. No real endeavour, commitment, desire, everything I based my teams on. And they let me down today, and they let the club down. Second half, they come out and do exactly what they done at Staines last week and give a complete opposite performance. And I don't think Dulwich had a shot all game. Even first half, the pressure they gave us, I don't really think they had a shot. Cut the crosses coming, but we looked more threatening, I think, in the second half. Apart from Sanchez Ming had a chance, I think we looked more threatening in terms of balls in the box than they did, because we upped our tempo, upped our work rate, upped our desire. And I'm disappointed because I shouldn't have to tell them that. We're fourth in the league, looking to secure a playoff place. Dulwich are trying to catch us. We've obviously got a lot of games in hand, but they can easily do it and go above us and finish third or whatever it is. But when you bring them to your home place, you expect to start on the front foot and really get amongst them. We won the first 2 tackles and they didn't really look like they fancied it. Then we started pulling out tackles, and as I told them in there, it's unacceptable. I won't accept anybody pulling out of a tackle or a header. And I felt first half it was just an absolute waste of time, if you like. We should have just kicked off at 4 o'clock. And I'm not saying I would never say anything about players or anything publicly that I wouldn't tell them myself. And that there, even the fans could probably see it, the board could see it, you could see it. It just wasn't good enough, you know. And forget systems. Systems don't win games. It helps, but hard work, desire, work rate, all them accumulated together give you half a chance of winning a game of football. You know, we was nowhere near it first half. Give them, after I've rollicked them again in the second after the game, because they deserve it, I'll give them a little bit of praise to say we kept a clean sheet against a good Dulwich side. But we can't be playing with 7 games to go or 6 games now for 50 minutes, one half. It doesn't work. You can't think you're better than anybody by just turning up and playing half a game. So they've got a lot of soul searching to do, because, like I say, next week there might be a few changes. Maybe today, you know, Bluey's knee was hurting a little bit, but showed when he come on, you know, he might not be able to unlock defences, but that boy works hard and he'll do extra work. Liam Smith come on, and for a 17-year-old put in that 30-minute performance, or 25 minutes, outstanding.
Certainly Dulwich finished the first half much stronger, didn't they? And I was quite relieved that we got in with a 0-0 at half time. But second half, well, we could have scored in the first minute of the second period, couldn't we? Yeah,
I was begging for that whistle at half time, Jim, if I'm being honest, because we had no cohesion about us. And again, I'll go back to it, we weren't anticipating anything, we weren't winning any knockdowns. We was expecting Dulwich to play lovely football. On that pitch they couldn't. We couldn't. So they're knocking it long and they're still getting the first and second balls, which we normally do and we're normally good at. First half we wasn't, but thankful getting 0-0, don't get me wrong. I thought Johnny and the back 4 were competent in the first half. I thought second half they were comfortable, you know. We got tight to them, we didn't let them turn and face us up and slip balls in, which they like to do. But they're a good side, and they've got some tough games coming up, and today was a tough game. Only if we'd played for 90 minutes, might have been tougher for them.
They are a good side, but I don't think Johnny had a save to make, really.
No, I just spoke to him in there. I said, well done, your clean sheet. He said, I didn't have a shot to save. You know, he had a couple of crosses to come out, a couple of punches. Yeah. I don't think their keeper had much to do in terms of shots, a couple of crosses as well. So 2 teams.
Header from Bluey straight at him.
Yeah. But I think, and like I say, I've lambasted the players. I've given them a lot of stick in there, which they deserved, because I pat them on the back. They've got to take the criticism when it's deserved. And today, first half, last week, first half was deserved. And we're at the business end of the season, and you've got to go out and stamp your authority from minute 1, not minute 45. But it's another point. We've just got to keep ticking them off and try and get these 3 points from somewhere. We didn't get beat, so a point's better than some of the others that lost around us. But I'm looking at in-house and how many points we can get. That's another one to our total today.
definitely. Now, Hugo went off. We were surprised to see him starting, actually, bearing in mind what happened to Staines. How is he?
No, he's fine. He took a dead leg in the first half. Tried to run it off and he couldn't. He was struggling to run start the second half, so we brought Liam on. And Liam slotted in like he was one of the older ones, you know. I thought they all done very well in the second half, but they've got to realise what opportunity we've got to get in these playoffs. You know, the league. Let's get it right. The league's gone, but to get in them playoffs, we've got a great opportunity because we're in there now. Now we've got to hang on to it, and we've got to try and fight for it. And they did the second half, but you've got to do it. You've got to do it from the start.
And then he took Luke Allen off. Was there any particular reason for that, or just wanted to change it around a bit?
No, I don't think. I thought Scan's done very well marshalling in front of the back four. I don't think that Luke had one of his better games today. Whether the ball wasn't falling to him, you know, it was one of those. So he played at the top of the diamond, then he played at the right of the diamond. But all in all, it just didn't work for him today. So, like I say, ball blew on. He got in a couple of times, put a lovely cross in. Just had to try and change things up. Like with Alex, he was on a booking. I was just waiting for another yellow card to come out for him. He might have blown on the fella and the ref gave him a yellow card. Because I thought it was disgusting, the performance today.
Some strange decisions for both sides again.
Yeah, for both sides. But I've definitely got to look, and I think that Weatherston shoved. I think it was Nathan or Mitchell in the back. And then there was one right near the end that to me looked like they'd basically dragged Nathan down from his shoulders. Sometimes you get him, sometimes you don't. But in all the performance, I just didn't think it was very good. You know, and when my players don't do well, I say it. But then again, I've got to look at that wasn't the reason my players couldn't run in the first half. Don't get me wrong, the referee. The second half, you know, some of the decisions were crazy. There was one down the bottom corner. Nick Wheeler's gone for it. Their players kicked out and he's given a throw to them. I know you can make mistakes, but I thought there was an awful lot today. For both sides, you're right, both sides, not just us, both sides.
Are you pleased we got a week off? Is that good for the team, bearing in mind the injuries?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I think they need to recuperate. We need to get some bit of tender care to them in terms of injuries. Don't need no arms around shoulders no more, because they're grown men and they've got to stand up and be counted to get us in them playoffs and push us on if we do want to get up. So all the nicey stuff, that's out the window. You know, they need treatment, they've got to get it, but they've got to be grown up now. And like I say, I've torn strips off plenty of them individually today, probably only the second or third time this season. But when you get this part of the season, you see it being taken away from you through our own inept play. Then that's when you've got to start pointing fingers. And if they're not happy with it, they come and see me. We've got till the 31st of March and then we bring someone else in. Not that I want to do that, but if they can't handle some criticism, which is right, because speaking to their manager before, and every player remembers when you pat them on the back and say, well done, good goal, good cross, good tackle. What they don't remember is when you absolutely rollick them, deservedly so, they want to forget that. But that's the most important thing in football you need to take on board. So, point, clean sheet, go on to Saturday against Harlow, another massive game because they're up there. Billericay are closing in. But again, I see all these teams catching up and bits and pieces. If we win the games that we need to win, we'll be in the playoffs. Yes, we want to finish second, third, get the home advantage. If we get in the playoffs this year with all the injuries, and I have mentioned it once before, and I don't keep it. If we get in the playoffs with these injuries we've had this season, the amount of games, Andre, I think it was 44, Sonny 30, George Bevan will end up with 25. We'd have had a remarkable achievement getting in the playoffs, because there's no other side in this league, and I beg someone might show some stats to me, but that have had that amount of injuries to that many key players. And if we do it, they deserve a big pat on the back. And it's not injuries that are through training, stuff like that. They're broken legs, broken ankles, dislocated finger where all your tendons get mucked up in your hand, shoulder operations. So you take that out of the equation, they play every game, gives you a squad to rotate, and you're there or thereabouts. But I ain't had that this year, and I feel sorry for the players because playing out of position and stuff. I feel sorry for Barry and Justin with all the hard work that they put in as well, not knowing what's going to happen. Sorry for Melvin and Tina because they're the ones that are trying to get them back and they feel a personal grievance when they don't get them back. The board, because they put loads of money, well not loads of money, but they put enough money in to get replacements like Johnny today. I thought he was brilliant again. And the fans, yourself and the fans, because they come every week, support us, and you look at it and you want to do so well for them, all them people I've mentioned, and it's hard when you can't put your strongest side out. Yeah, and that's no disrespect to others coming in and playing, because they do a good job and they've got us where we are. But we've got a lot of players missing, and when players are out of form, you haven't really got a lot to change it. So, like I say, if we do get in them playoffs, which I'm still backing us to, because we've got enough games to get the points to get in there. People might disagree with me outside of this club, but that's a massive achievement for us with all we've gone through this season.
Definitely. Well, we'll take the point this afternoon and move on to Harlow next Saturday, Steve.
Definitely, Jim. Thanks, mate.
Thanks. Well,
thank you.
For 0-0, I actually really enjoyed that. You enjoyed playing it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, second half was a lot better. I enjoyed the second half a lot more than the first half, but yeah, it was a good point and against a tough team, and that's all I can take from that.
Is that the feeling, is that we're pleased with the point?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, we weren't pleased with our first half performance at all. I think Gaffer come in and pretty much ripped our heads off, and I think we all realised everyone was not on point. You know, we was losing a lot of first balls, a lot of second balls, and we just, you know, we didn't even look like getting on the ball. And then second half come out a lot better, and to be fair, it looked like we could have nicked it, but we didn't. But it is a good point, I think, against a good side, and you know, hopefully improve from there.
It keeps down, I think, 7 points behind us, as though they've got 5 games in hand on us.
Right.
I don't know how much you're looking at other teams' results at this stage of the season.
No, to be honest, Gaffer has said it actually. He don't want any of us looking at the table. He just wants us to concentrate on every game by game as it comes, and just where we end up. But you know, second half performance is what he wants from us, and if we can do that 90 minutes, then we should be in where he wants us.
Your performance today, got the man of the match. How do you think it went?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Personally, I didn't think I had the best of games. I mean, first half I couldn't really get in the game. You know, everything was so tight, and I was playing a bit more tucked in the diamond than, you know, trying to get out wide where I like to be. But second half, spoke with the gaffer, and he was just saying about still playing inside, but when we get the ball, get out wide a bit more. And I felt got on the ball much more, and then sort of that's when my game improved. But yeah, I was happy to get it, but hopefully I can play a bit better than that normally.
You said there you prefer playing out wide, don't you? But recently this season we've had the diamond. When we play the diamond, our results have been really good. Yeah. And sometimes you played at the front of that diamond, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you like playing there?
To be honest, we played most of the season, even all last year, most of this season as 4-4-2. But yeah, recently we've been diamond. But yeah, no, I like it. As long as I'm on the pitch, I'm happy. But yeah, it's a total different role for me to get used to. I mean, personally, obviously, I feel a lot better when I'm on the wing, but I can still get out wide, still come in, but I'll play wherever Steve wants me to play, really. That's part of it.
We haven't got any more midweek games apart from the cup final now, so just one game a week for the rest of the season. Just got to make sure, just concentrate every Saturday now.
I think that'll help us a lot. I mean, as everyone knows, we've not got the biggest squad, and I think I've never known a club like it for injuries. Honestly, I've never seen a club like it. But yeah, I mean, not having a game on a Tuesday should help out a lot of people, and hopefully we can get the best side out every week, and whoever's fit will play. Do you think we're better equipped now than we were, say, this time last year? Yeah, we are better equipped. I mean, there's competition in every position. So I know we've got 4 great strikers all competing for 2 spots every week. I mean, we haven't had that for a long time. Same in midfield, there's competition everywhere, which is always healthy. But yeah, just hopefully we can keep everyone fit, and more competition the better, because it makes everyone improve. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah. Well done, guys. Well done, then. Cheers, Nick. Thank you.